notification yet. Oh, there it is. It's all set up. We're not going to change anything.
Yeah, I'm not going back and changing anything.
Okay, then I'm going to start sharing.
Notify me. Oh, there we go.
Go to Waste Lizzle.
Testing one, testing one.
Me out here.
Sounds good.
It's like I used to like dubstep, but then I realized that everyone just has the same Ableton patches. So that's all dubstep is. It's like literally the same 10 sounds everyone has. And it's like, okay.
Boom, 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 boom. It's
It's
just that.
sad when Skrillex is the most original like artist in the genre. Like that's not a good thing.
I don't know how. Like, I really enjoy Skrillex.
Well, because he made the patches. That's why. That's what I'm saying. Like he
Oh,
invented the sounds. So like
that
that's
makes
why he's
sense.
the most original.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's how I learned to make basses in Massive was from Skrillex.
Hypoxia
Floxinasiosifilification.
Okay, you pronounced it better than I did. Fuck off.
I missed the middle. I can't remember what the Floccinasiosifilification, I think is how it is.
I love that
I
movie.
pride myself on my ability to pronunciate things.
I can't
Pronounce
wait till
them.
my Alexa and stuff gets here because I'm gonna literally have it boost my vocabulary as often as possible.
It's like, Alexa, correct me every time I speak.
Ooh, ooh.
Can you set that shortcut?
That's not a shortcut. That's like a having a living, breathing person listening to your face all day.
And then like a weekend, you're like, I can't stand this bitch.
Right? Oh shit! I still got the stream going on the phone. Don't want that.
Don't want it.
Don't want it.
I
Don't
don't want
want it.
that.
I was gonna top off my coffee. I made the shittiest pot of coffee today. Oh my god, it's disgusting.
I had this big Cowtails mug. Like they come in. You ever see Cowtails at the store
Oh,
mug?
that's
I
where my
got one of those.
fucking mug went.
That's your Cowtails mug?
Yeah, yeah. I got like four of them. It's no biggie.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I had enough to fill this up of my leftover coffee, which was a bad pot. I did not make a good pot yesterday. So I put that in the microwave and then made myself a new pot to warm up with. So.
That's kind of what I did. I had like a little half a cup left in, so I made that. Put a little water in it to top it off, and then microwaved it while my other shit worked. But I've been doing
I'm
this
all out of
thing.
my sweets.
I've been doing this thing. Oh, me too. I like using milk in this hazelnut coffee I got, but I'm out of milk.
Ooh.
I've been doing this thing with my coffee pot where I'll take the pot out and start the brew, and I'll just let that little cup fill with water and sit there with nowhere to go. And then I'll put the
Okay.
pot in and let it drip after like 5 minutes.
Hmm.
It's interesting. We got a viewer yet? Oh, so Jared's not in.
Oh, let me see.
His bitch ass. All right.
Why does
I'm
it
ready to
do
get in
that?
if you're ready to get in.
And
You want to start on a casual? Just get in a warm up.
I've been
yeah, we
in.
can do one
Oh,
casual and
we're
get started with.
glad you're in. How's our audios, my dude? Everything checking out pretty good?
Bitch ass.
Yeah, that morning phlegm.
That's all I got
Sounds
is
good.
morning phlegm.
Shut up, Space.
Loud
I don't need
and
your back
clear.
sass.
But not too loud though, right? All right.
Searching. Searching. Searching every week. Stay away. Oh, whoa. Up next, we got the Search Boys, and they're searching. Not sure what they're searching for, but they're searching.
My coffee pot started sizzling at me, and I didn't like it. So I had to go
It
check
must
it
have
out.
some moisture underneath it on the hot plate.
Moisture.
I'm glad I don't have a hot plate on mine. It just comes out hot and stays hot because of the thermos.
Yeah, I want something like that. Thought about getting one of those coffee decanters. Those are cool.
A coffee decanter?
It's not what it is. I can't remember the name of it, but it's
I wish I
a
had a French press. That'd be cool.
big glass thing, and then you put the filter on top of the glass. You gotta like measure out your coffee and shit, and you gotta get your paper wet first, and then you dump your paper in through the, or dump your water in through the paper while the thing's on there full of coffee.
It's like drip brewing, but it's not.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to have one of them crazy ass drip brew machines, like things, those Rube Goldberg looking things.
Oh damn, that'd be cool. Just for your coffee?
I saw a guy. Yeah, I saw a guy make
yeah.
one. It was pretty cool. Just a bunch of glass tubes and pressure is really all it is.
They have this like mobile thermos French press. French. There I go, not being able to talk again. But it's like, it's not the French press. I don't know what this is called, but you still pressurize your coffee, and that's what heats it up. But it's just this little cup, and you pull the stick up, and then you just shove the stick down a couple times on your coffee, and then it's hot and all brewed and nice. It's pretty dope. I don't know how it works.
It's like a thermos French press.
Yeah.
It's cool. That'd be useful. Just make like that's how the pioneers. That's a pioneer Keurig.
Yeah.
I used to be about the Keurig things.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh no.
That didn't work out.
Oh, that didn't work out either. Damn.
Well, it just doesn't hurt a rank.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a...
Bing Z9 millimeter.
So I no longer have a craving for like morning cigarettes. Ever since I've been
Cool.
using my Views pod.
Sponsor me.
Right.
Anytime I say
Wow.
the scientific name of a product, I feel like I should say sponsor me at the end.
Right.
Like I've been using my DualShock 4 here controller.
Sponsor me.
Sponsor me.
I had an apple for breakfast. Sponsor me. Or an apple sponsor me.
I could go for a good Honeycrisp right now. Those are damn.
Emoji happy tears. Emoji happy tears. Emoji happy
back, baby.
tears. Emoji happy tears.
So glad someone's happy that we're streaming.
Because I'm not. I got it.
Our graphics tablet's going to be here today. I'm excited.
That's cool.
Because I got tomorrow off and I'm going to start a Blender course.
I'm thinking hopefully before my next check we're able to go back to town and buy all the stuff we need to buy and then still have some money left over so I can buy a new processor. I mean, I shouldn't have stopped myself because I do need that as well. I'm sure you'll have to buy one with another board.
Yep.
But it'd be cool to have that PC up and running. I put a bunch of money into now. Not that much though. I find it easy enough to complain that it doesn't work, but not easy enough to complain about the price I've paid for it because I've still not even come close to paying what people normally pay for a game.
Now, did you buy it with the intent on it just like powering up and running? Or with the intent on
I
getting
kind of
pieces
did.
here and there?
I was under the impression I'd be able to do at least what I need to do now on it. Like, I honestly kind of figured I'd be able to turn it on and then work on music. Or try to edit some video or something, but no, not so much. But then I decided, you know, I got a good enough deal. The price I paid for the whole computer was about the price for just the case brand new. So, like, it's hard for me to kind of complain about the price.
Yeah, it's not bad then.
And it's a nice case and stuff, so.
I like that case.
It's all modular. Not as modular as I'd like it to be. That's my new word of the week.
My word of the week is methodical.
Vitriol.
I didn't even know I knew that word, and then I went back and I was updating my resume, and I'm like, methodical? A person of method and procedure? Damn, I'm smart. What website did I rob that off of?
My word is
I miss the days where I cared
mesothelioma.
enough about my rap verses and stuff. Mesothelioma. Where
Mesothelioma.
like when I was really into writing and shit, I would write verses and then I'd be like, what's a good cool word to rhyme that with? And then I would come up with some crazy word and not really know what it means, but then look it up and be correct in its usage and shit. Like, that was always fun. It's like, I'm smarter than I think. All because I learned those Latin prefixes in fucking
Yeah,
anatomy.
there's prefixes and the root words, derogatives, or derivatives.
Onomatopoeias.
Derogatives.
Isn't all? No, I guess it's not.
That speaks
I was gonna say,
for
isn't
you
all words
doesn't
onomatopoeia,
know
but it's
how
really
to
not.
pronounce the
The
words
sounds of the
you
words would be
use.
You just didn't spell it right, my dude. I'm pretty sure you didn't spell it right, and that's why she didn't say it right.
What? Oh.
Jared's mad the little lady didn't say mesothelioma. She said mesothelioma. Well, I told him if you'd spell the word right.
Okay, so let's break it down. So we got Oma. Okay, I'm done. I give up.
I 100
Alright, let's get into,
used voice
get into
to
real shit
text
now.
it
I think we can do it.
spelled right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, we all know about text-to-speech, like, it's not 100%. It's not an exact science yet.
Go to menu.
Oh, I gotta exit? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wish my station would get more Velo Pods things, but then the higher fucking nicotine higher nicotine content. I can only get to 2 milligrams, so I gotta put 2 in every time.
Maybe nicotine's having trouble coming up with content as well.
Another banger video.
That. I'm sorry I did that. Like, that was the dumbest thing I could have ever said.
Nah, we could do better than that. I've seen it.
What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Now we're searching.
What is that?
Nothing. Just banging on shit.
The reactors. I wonder how they'll react. I love when we're in those starting positions, because I always like look to my left like you would in real life. You like look over at the guy like, are you going? Are you going?
Yeah,
I'm
do
not
the same
going.
thing.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia is a good word.
It's kind of like one of those ones though, like where does the word need to be that crazy? Like rhoticism, like for people who can't pronounce their R's properly, or I shouldn't say properly, but who can't pronounce their R's the way that most people would. but it's called eroticism.
I learned a word that I want to remember and start using. It's similar to sarcastic, but it's like sardonic. Sardonic?
Sardonic?
Sardonic, yeah.
Like that of sardines?
Exactly. No, more of a mocking and imitating rather than just being sarcastic. It's like a more specific genre of sarcasm. Look at me go. There he is, amigo.
Hey.
I just want this to clear. On proximity authentication.
Sounds like a religion. Welcome to the Sardonic Church.
Oh,
Now we shall refer to the Book of Enoch.
is this our goal or their goal? Oh yeah.
That's
We
theirs.
need to be blocking. About halfway through, I forgot.
Can we get a quick definition in the comments of
Who's
sardonic? I would like to
knocking?
know if that's the right word and what it actually means.
To mocker.
Vocabulary day. Okay, I'm back.
I go.
Why are none of my
look it up
controllers
now.
charging, yo?
Thank you, sir. You're our Google fact checker, so we don't spill out wrong stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's on X Games mode.
He needs some milk.
Get him some milk. None of that 1% shit.
Have you ever seen that video that I'm referring to?
Yeah, the real one.
I can't remember the real one, but I watched a reimagining of it. It was pretty funny.
A reimagining of it, huh?
Well, I don't want to go too far into detail because there's certain
Sardonic
TikTok
means
is toxic,
grimly mocking or
but
cynical.
Yeah, it was close.
but it was so it like grimly mocking or cynical. Ooh, grimly.
Ooh,
Gotta
bro.
love when the definition of a word has like a crazy,
Right.
like a descriptor word in it.
Dude, if I get a son, I'm gonna name him Grimly.
Grimly, that'd be an okay one. It sounds like a rich person name.
Grimly.
Grimly
the third.
Codswold Wellingham,
The third.
the 17th.
Because I'd be spitting him out.
And his father before his father cooked shrimp. And his father before his father cooked shrimp.
That's an unfortunate sacrifice.
'Cause it's the shrimp of destiny. You know we will be rocking 'cause it's not the end.
Oh, dang it.
I'm glad the ball is still down there. I'm plugging in my fake controller here. There we go. Not my fake controller, my fake charger. I mean.
Damn it.
'Cause it's a pack.
Nice shot.
It's a cool shot.
I'm sorry. It's coffee. You got it.
So sardonic itself is an adjective, right? So you'd have to use a sardonic tone, or is...
I was being sardonic, so yeah, it'd be an adjective. Nice. I was all over the place. Oh, look at me go, dude. I'm just killing shit out here, and you made it. Oh. Would have been a pretty kick-ass replay. He's got a side dribble going on.
It wasn't on purpose.
It was not on purpose. That's why.
Ain't that cool, like...
He almost fucked it up too.
I can't really talk. I was silver one yesterday, so... But I'm cool. That's the difference.
That's right. But I'm back. I'm back. I know it.
Come on.
Nice shot. Try as you will, but I shall prevail. Oh, that did not work.
Have you
didn't
guys
prevail.
ever entered
not
any
prevail.
RL
I post-veiled.
tournaments?
Can you post veil? Is that a thing?
What is
damn
the
it.
antonym to prevail? To come?
Well, this this wouldn't be an antonym in this case. This would be like
Antonym
a
is
past
just
tense of
opposite, right?
prevail. No, I want you to veil, but at a different time. That's the difference.
Thank you.
That was a good fucking. We were gonna make a killer shot there.
Tactician, 9-centered balls.
Which that don't make sense
Balls.
because honestly, you made most of the goals. I thought. Yeah.
5, 5, 5. 6, 6, 6. We do tournaments sometimes. We were gonna do the thing where we
all
ended
do,
streams with tournaments. Yes. See. Como Escas.
You know, I think we're gonna have better luck getting a season 2 tournament winner banner than getting a season 1.
No, we will be rocking because it's fucking insane.
We need a third. I'm pretty sure we need a third.
I'm so confused. Is
We
it
need to get
charging or
there.
not charging? Oh, probably would help if I turned the fucking thing on. There it goes. Might have to get another USB splitter so I can charge my controllers when they die.
I hope this is fun for you. I hope you're just enjoying this.
Oh boy. Oof. Gaming Giuseppe.
I'm trying to make Jared puke. Just camera angle after camera angle. Daggum it. Daggone it!
Cause he who is snarky is full of malarkey. And she who is groovy will be in my movie. Cause
That's
it's a bear.
disorienting as fuck.
That's the only.
Oh, let's go! That was so close. And I helped him make it. Is that what happened? Definitely not.
Oh, wowzers in my trousers.
Nice block. Oh shit. Scheiße.
Fasha,
Pasha, do you hear me?
Fasha, can you hear me?
Pasha, 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 Pasha,
Aw.
Pasha, Pasha. Oh. Pasha, 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 Pasha.
Ah.
Like I just want a good hit on the ball. Some nice trajectory. But like all these landings are shit.
It might be Lil Rocket League trouble. These Pentecostals ain't got no church. I don't know anything about Pentecostals.
I don't think I do.
Be
either.
honest.
Nice shot. Good pickup.
In the comments, can we get a little research on?
A link though, like
No, describe it in depth.
in depth words. We'll do a one-word story in the comments with all the
You
people.
guys should
continue.
talk about the overwhelming
Hey, all the people who's Pentecostals,
yet
raise your
stark
hand.
differences
Raise your hand.
between Batman Forever and the Dark Knight movies and go.
Well, so Batman Forever and the Chris Nolan ones they're totally different.
Hey, read that back to me. This lady talks too slow.
He said you guys should talk about the overwhelming similarities yet stark differences between Batman Forever and the Dark Knight movies.
Okay.
They're different universes is one thing. So like, I mean, like they're from different. I'm not Macaulay Culkin or nothing, but I also don't have any comic book knowledge because I never really got into
I
comics.
grew up in
But
a
I know that they're from different.
Pentecostal church.
You grew up in a church, dude? Like inside it? Was it really tiny and then you got too tall like Alice and it...
That means you had to take a poop in a church. I don't think I'd ever poop in a church. Like I feel like
They even
that's
have
disgraceful.
toilets in a church?
Yeah, Jared had to poop outside.
Or do you just like go to the
whole life.
confessional booth and be like,
Hello,
forgive
Father.
me, Father?
It's been 8 hours since my last durable shit.
Morning confessional.
That's all it is. Like you lift up the chair that you sit on in the confession booth, and that's the toilet. But nobody knew, but the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
So one thing I do want to do, going back to the Batman thing, so you like you might notice like in the Chris Nolan ones or like the Dark Knight movies, I don't know how you want to say it, but there's less of the supernatural feel. Like I know Batman doesn't normally have supernatural stuff per se, but I feel like Batman Forever and those type of ones have like a supernatural like things that could clearly never happen
Okay,
in those movies.
let me
But
comment
things
on that. Like I feel like, so we're just talking about like the early 2000s Batman Forever movies, right? Where it
Yeah,
was,
like the Tim Burton ones and the
yeah. So back then we didn't have like, because you look at the Dark Knight now, like Morgan Freeman has this giant ass 50 screen. Like if you saw that back then, you'd be like, okay, like now he's kind of stepping out of his norm as Batman. Seeing that stuff now, maybe it kind of flies different. As
No, he had that in the Batcave back then.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like he did some of the similar things, but maybe back then it wasn't all seem achievable because it wasn't done in the same way that it's done now. I guess I don't know.
Well, that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. I mean,
Okay.
like, so like you would have like Mr. Freeze, like clearly would never happen in real life. Like, there's no way a dude would get too cold and then become Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, in the Chris Nolan Batmans, there's not really any of that. The only supernatural thing is Scarecrow's juice, and it's not even supernatural, it's a drug, is what I'm saying. Like, in the old Batmans, you would have things like the Joker is just some crazy maniac who fell in the ooze, and now he's
now
like...
they got, like, actual explanations and disorders for him that make him this way. No, I get you. They're trying to like
big difference.
Cover all the loose ends.
I'm for it. I'm cool with it. I mean, like I said, it's two different universes entirely, so it's like apples and oranges.
But I do hate watching a movie and I see something and I'm like, that wouldn't happen. That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have that with every movie. I have a really bad problem with pointing out plot holes, even in things I like.
I'll do it verbally to myself. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'll make myself mad. But, like, for example, I was watching Monk yesterday, and they had...
On Amazon Prime?
And on Amazon Prime, yes, absolutely, which I get.
I have Amazon Prime.
It's good. So he gets a gun from the store that he's working at an undercover case, runs outside and throws it to the guy, and he's like, it's loaded, shoot! And then he, brand new gun, never been touched by any person, looks down the scope and hits his target. Like, anyone notice anything wrong with that?
Hey, I'm gold.
Nice.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, It's possible, but like it is unlikely. Like with a scope, like a real scope,
Yeah.
long scope.
If you're looking down your iron sights, I could totally see you hitting your target if you're a good marksman. I get it. But you're not looking through a factory scope, never been touched, never been sighted, and still hitting your target at 100 yards.
That's why I kind of wish my Freedom launcher would have came with sights or with peeps on it already, instead of me having to buy separate ones. So that way my Freedom pills would go on target every time, and I wouldn't have to sight nothing in. That way, if I wanted to establish dominance
Right.
in a battle of life force withdrawal, I would win. Because right now, I don't know if I necessarily trust it, unless I'm, reasonably close.
Shit.
I'm a good shoot, but you got like the tool matters too.
Yeah, it does.
Speaking of,
My
somebody
uncle
told
started
me about a
pressing
place
his
where I
own
can
bullets.
use tools. Freedom pills, please.
Yeah.
I would like to open, like not even a Freedom Launcher store, but a Freedom Pill remaker store.
Is this like a new 2020 thing?
What, Freedom Pills?
You can't say.
I don't know. There's this dude that I watch. He says that shit all the time. The life force, life juice. Yeah. As you can see here, there's lots of life juice all over the floor.
Oh no.
But no, yeah, they don't like it when you talk about biscuit launchers and stuff. But to us, I imagine it doesn't really matter all that much, because it's not like we're monetized anyways. But I just like saying Freedom Pills. I think that's awesome. Hefty dose of freedom.
I'm glad I jumped over that instead of threw that ball.
Yeah, because that would have been a shot.
That would have been a shot. Man, I watched it all in the angles and everything. Like, no.
Oof.
Come on, man. Give me credit for being close.
I was really hoping you would say, of course there's toilets, that's where I was born.
Butthole baby. He was his own freedom bullet. I just thought of a joke. I want to go to a church, and I want to put a little sign on the restroom door that says only flush on number 2s, Jesus saves, on water.
We're all just freedom bullets.
Yeah.
I need to get a sign for my bathroom that says, not my bathroom, but my store's bathroom that says, please don't wipe shit into the toilet seat with your bare hands. There's COVID out there. On top of that, it's fucking cold. In our bathroom, you gotta go outside to get to it. I don't want to mess with the bathroom, dude. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to get anything wet or poopy.
Right.
Anything.
Imagine if you slip on ice, fall in shit.
Oh man! Now someone destroyed. I think I sent you a picture of when they flooded basically half the floor with pee-pee.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That was disgusting.
It was disgusting. It wasn't even that it was wet. I got a mop. I ain't worried that much about it. But it's the smell. Like, it was the worst, the most foul-smelling, like, excrement that I've ever smelled. Like, worse than a number 2. And, like, I have a fairly strong stomach when it comes to things like that. I can handle smelling and seeing things as long as it's not together. Like, I can smell something and I can see something. But anyways, this dude, or lady, I guess it's totally possible, their urine just stunk. I mean, I've had some smelly ones, but not like that. Like, not where I question like,
super
my
pneumonia.
life.
E.
No, not even that. It smelled like old cheese or something. Like, it wasn't even ammonia. It was like
You got some
it's
sort of
like
bacterial
salty.
infection.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, there's somebody who goes in our bathroom, and it's a thing now. They've told me at work that now these people are doing it, especially since Thanksgiving. Our bathroom is a hot spot for people, and they just go in and destroy it. Like, I get it. If you gotta go, you gotta go. But like, I've never once in my life
Went like
had
that.
had to use my hands. Okay, hear me out. There's 3 different ways you can get paper in that bathroom. I've never once had to use my hands, bare ass hands, to clean off a toilet seat.
And then try to like.
Ever. And I've never had to clean number 2 off a toilet seat. Like, maybe the bottom after a little while of realizing the toilet's a little dirty, but not this potty humor.
I just want these 2 points in 15 seconds.
It can be
There's
done.
one. There's one. We need an ace. We need an ace. I got it. Creep up on me. It's probably gonna stop.
You say what I think you said.
I need an
Oh,
ace. What'd you think I said?
I shouldn't say.
Need an ass?
Yeah.
I need one of those too. Like I'm
Blue
flat back there.
balls.
Blue. I dig that name.
You win so far. That's the winner right now of best team best name. Okay, gold 1-1.
Buggers. That's division down.
There goes my last death stick.
What am I doing? I don't want to enter a message. I'm out of death sticks. I'm on the Deth electronic battery.
I got the filtered cigars that I'm gonna have to chief on for the rest of the day, probably after this.
It's rough.
It's okay. Maybe it'll, because I'm starting to get into that transition. I'm gonna be quitting soon, so I might as well try to get it to where I don't even want them no more. Because those things do that. Like, after, getting halfway or most of the way through one of them, I'm kind of like, I don't even care anymore.
Dude, when I spend my whole day or my whole evening and my whole morning without a cigarette, and I go to work to my work pack, because I keep a pack at work because I hate everyone there. We had this discussion yesterday. Oh, dude,
I still have the pack
but
of
I'll smoke that
Deth
cigarette,
sticks
and
that
my
you
life is just
gave
over.
me months ago.
Like, I can't breathe. I don't want to move. Like, I got chest pains. Like, it's like it's my first time breathing, and I haven't figured out how yet.
Yeah. I would like to get past, because I'm on like I can do a pack a day. Like, that's about where, actually it's a little bit less than a pack a day, but like I'm still in that I gotta have 2 in the morning. Like, when I wake up I have 1, and then I usually I'll either take a shower or like sit in the tub for a little bit and steam up. And then while I'm doing that, I have another one within like 10 minutes of each other, and I know that's not good.
Yeah, that's what I'll do with my coffee. That's why I stopped having cigarettes at home. That's where it'll kill me the most. Oh, this could be interesting. Sorry, I should have let you have it, honestly. I didn't see you there.
I think you probably would have blocked it still. So it's okay. For my master, nice.
Thank you, sir. That was not on accident.
Are you talking about those greens I gave you a long ass time ago? 'Cause that was a long ass time ago. Those things are probably just wretched.
Wow.
I don't even remember why I got those.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? Shit.
I gave Monster a pack a while back, like a long time, like when I first moved here, basically.
Oh,
and
the
he still
smokes?
got it. If that's what he's talking about.
I mean, that's what we were talking about, so I would imagine. That's, I mean, honestly,
Actually, I
pretty good.
think I got those from Amar, I think.
Yes.
Oh, those marble blacks, yeah. They were left
Yeah, I
there
think-
that one day.
Yeah. No, they were regular Marlboro Greens. Sponsor me.
There's no nicotine ads. Like, what are they gonna do?
Give me free stuff
Like free cigarettes?
that I could sell for a Missouri price, and apparently Kentucky, it's even cheaper, is what someone was telling me. It's even cheaper than in Missouri.
Huh?
And I'm like, what?
Moved to the
He's
wrong
like,
spot,
yeah,
huh?
but I live here, and I'm like, you're making the wrong decision then. If you're like, yeah, I need 5 cartons. It's like, dude, you need frontal lobotomy, I think.
Dude, I got people that drive down from Wisconsin.
Yeah. I've had those people when I worked at Airco. That's how it was. Yeah, I drove down from Minneapolis or some shit.
Just to save $40, bro.
Yeah, just
You could do the
just
same
to save the
thing.
gas money. Like,
You could do the same thing by not going out to eat every Thursday with all the old people for fish or whatever.
yeah. That's one thing. I wish I could have gone fishing at least one time before it got cold. I mean, I went fishing a lot over the summer, but not a lot, a few times. There's like a really nice lake up here that I would like to try. Like, really try. I'm sure it's got little feeders or whatever in it.
Nice lakes are always nice.
Well, it's got like this, it's got like,
You got it.
I don't know what to call it.
Take it
It's
away.
like a boathouse. It's not a boathouse, but it's like that. It's like a little outdoor open floor plan cabin that in the middle of it, it has like a open area that's fenced around it where you can, like, if you want to, you can fish there. And it's always cold and dark because it's in the shadow. And, like, I would really like to try that, but I broke my pole and I don't want to use the cheap one right there.
Oh, you broke your pole, huh?
Yeah, it got broken the move.
Oh, damn.
It gets
It'd be a pretty
so
easy fix, but I'm
infested with
just considering
mosquitoes
keeping the reel
down
and just
here,
buying
it's
it.
just insane.
It'd be that expensive.
That's one of the things that I hate about fishing and shit is the mosquitoes and the bugs, man. If you can't repel them shits, I'm out.
I just, like, if it's that bad, I just consider it part of the experience, like, kind of. Like, it's annoying and stuff, but it's like, I've made my bed, you know?
Right.
Like, if I go camping and I get, like, a little cold, my nose is cold while I'm sleeping, it's like, you know what, I signed up for this. Like, I knew this. It is, inconvenient and stuff. And there's little things you can do to combat them, like build a little fire if you want to, or fabric softener sheets work too.
I haven't
You
heard
take
that
a fabric softener sheet and you put it in the back of your shirt. Flies will leave you alone for sure. Mosquitoes will be a little bit deterred. You shouldn't have to be looking as bad.
Dude, what a
That's a
day.
lot better than spraying DEET on your face like I did that one time.
That was bad.
It was bad. And it kept getting worse and worse and worse. I didn't realize it was 90% fucking DEET. Like fucking mammoth killer. Oh wow! He
Oh
cut
my
that back?
god. I didn't know he was gonna cut it back either.
It's because they ain't got nowhere to go. That's why that spot was so bad. There's no river really. I mean, there's a river, but it's too far away for them to want to go there. The lakes around here are just infested with them. The good lake isn't really that bad, at least when we went, as far as mosquitoes go.
There you go.
I wish we had like a little inlet, like where me and John went the one time. That was a cool spot.
Good little spot.
I didn't like it was right on the road,
That
but
big fish was taunting us.
dude, it was
Wait,
huge. I don't know what it
what's
was.
the
It was
story
like a
about
giant ass
the
goldfish.
diva? I need
Like,
to hear this.
did we ever determine what it was? Nice.
No, we never determined what it was, but Jared wants to hear the whole Deed story.
Okay,
I think
so
it's a good story.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with DEET, but it's the active chemical in most bug sprays that kills bugs and repels them really hard. Like if you ever lived in like Wayland, Missouri, or anywhere that's constantly sprays for mosquitoes in the summertime and stuff, that's what they're spraying. And like most of the time it's cut. Like usually, like if you get some cutters or whatever it's called, some off, it's like 20% DEET and 80% everything else. Well, I wasn't thinking, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna get the most powerful shit they got, and so I did, which was like 80 or 90%, and they were getting on us real bad. Like it was getting a little rough. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna spray my face because like usually it doesn't really matter if you're using the 20% shit. This was 80%, and it like melted my face. Like my face was on fire. And then I'm like, luckily I brought a canteen with me. And
Wow,
had, like,
dude,
check
this out.
That was really cool. I had a shit ton of water, and so I started pouring water on my face, thinking, "Oh, this is gonna help." Well, DEET is like if you've ever gotten oil on your skin, like water doesn't just rinse it off. You have to brush that shit off. Like you have to use a towel to get it off. And so every time I'd pour the water, it would just get worse and worse. And then I just wiped it off of my shirt. But yeah, it was rough.
That would have had to burn like hell.
I'm just glad it didn't get in my eyes, because like that's going blind material, like straight up. Who's that? I'm gonna go away. We're busy.
Somebody in the back door.
The back door. Hey man, you left your clothes in here. I'm gonna call the cops. A court
You're
case for
going
what?
to have a court case for this in about 20 years.
Whoa! I don't know if we ever told you that one, but yeah, the neighbor used to leave his clothes in the laundry overnight. We only had the one set of machines, and so one night, I think it was John did it, took the clothes out and set them on the dryer. And that pissed off the neighbor because we hadn't been able to do laundry in like 3 days because these dudes, they do all their laundry every time and then they leave it overnight. And then he decided to take it out and finish our laundry because, you know, we're not going to go over there every single time. And the kid came over and knocked on the door and was like, I'm going to call the fucking cops. And John's like, call the cops for what? He's like, for taking our laundry out. And we all just leave laughing.
That was a DNR officer.
It was a what?
Is it DNR officer?
DNR? Wildlife?
It was I think his badge said DNR. He was in an odd, but he was looking for a Dylan Burke. At apartment 3.
Well, don't know. Can't help you.
What is it? Conservation art.
Yeah, DNR is the wildlife, the, what you call it? What do they call it everywhere else? The,
Game warden.
conservation. Yeah, the game warden. There you go. That's their department.
That's weird.
Them's the ones that say, you got your fishing license?
What was he gonna do? Check Dylan Burke's fishing license?
No, there's probably something worse. He's probably fishing. It's deer season. Or it was.
I wouldn't have even been able to take him seriously.
It's hard to take that kid seriously, honestly. Tell him the story, the last story you told me about him.
First of all, what was the story that you were telling when I popped back in?
About the taking the laundry out of the dryer and he flipped out.
Oh, yeah. That was good stuff.
Yeah, classic.
So,
Before I have to preface this by saying that this kid himself told us he has a learning disability. So like, just keep that information.
$700 a month from the government because of this.
I don't believe that part, but I do believe he has a learning disability.
Just
Nothing against people
his girlfriend.
with those, but
What was the good part was like when he was telling me about this, his girlfriend was like, it's true.
yeah, awesome.
Like she was super
Thanks,
proud
babe.
of it. I don't understand. it was the funniest shit ever.
He also got a $1,400 check every week from Cardella's, who doesn't pay weekly. So.
Yep. Yeah, it was
But anyways,
after we told him we were all supervisors there, and he still wanted to continue to lie to us about how shit was.
I've seen the machine.
Right. So, let's see. Are you talking about the story where I called the cops on him?
No, the last one where you said you came back and there was the popos were here. Or were there?
I'll combine them because that one's literally
Okay.
just that's the story. So there's no preface of why or anything. So one day, I don't know if you ever watched my Facebook, but I posted this video, and just out of nowhere, they started arguing, and then he started banging on the wall, saying that, telling me to come out so he could whip my ass for no reason. And they were arguing because their water shut off for some reason, got clogged. And she was like, babe, you turned off the water. And he was like, no, I didn't. That motherfucker over there did. And then just started banging on the fucking walls and like threatening me, so I called the cops. And the cops thought it was the funniest thing ever. Yeah, we're all trying to get him evicted. It's great. But he's always physically abusing this girl that refuses to leave.
Last I knew, underage girl,
Yeah.
right?
It's
17 or something?
Like, yeah, like 18 or 19. And
Or I guess that's not
18,
underage, but a minor,
something like
or
that.
whatever you want to call it.
They're both little youngins. It doesn't fucking matter. They're all dumb. But
Well, he's either 19 or 26. I can't remember. Can't remember which one he told me.
depends on when he's scared of me or when he's not scared of me, how old he is.
Yeah. But he's like the culmination of like the toxicity of that generation. I'm pretty sure he's like 19 or 20 or whatever he was at that point. But he's like the epitome.
And it's bad. Like, I deal with this all the time. It doesn't happen too often anymore after I called the cops on him that day. Because I told him I'd call him over any little petty thing. I don't give a shit. And the cops were cool with it. But, like, I went away for, like, 3 days for Thanksgiving. I get back Friday night, and the cops are already at my house. Didn't even have to do anything. And he's standing out on the porch. She's talking to the cops. I walk by with a giant grin on my face, carrying my backpack and go inside. Open my window so I could hear everything. It was a good shot, a little bounce, a little luck. His mom shows up because obviously she comes to calm him down because he's a little kid. He needs to be coddled. And she's just like, take him to jail. He needs to go to jail. And they're like, well, it wasn't physical tonight. Which, it's physical every other time. Apparently just not tonight. Or she lied and said it wasn't. Depending on how much she loved him after he smacked her. I don't know. Not
Cringe.
sure. Not sure.
Cringe.
I like the vibe I'm portraying here, I guess.
Eek.
Oh, no. Yeah, his mom's like, you want to go to jail? It's like, I ain't scared.
Look, you ain't been to jail.
Yeah, you ain't been to jail.
No, it ain't that scary. But yeah, still, you should be scared because jail fucking sucks.
Just having your record ruined fucking sucks. How's that? Stupid. And it all started with the first fight that we all heard them argue about was him not getting a car.
Depending on how much
Yeah.
she loved him after you smacked her, that's gold.
Like we're talking
Gold,
like
dude.
spoiled. Like this is like definition of spoiled. I don't care how hard off you are or whatever. That was a good shot. But like, if you're complaining because you didn't get a car for your birthday or whatever, like, then you need to look at your priorities real quick.
Only I could do the weirdest shots like that. Nice shot. We can pull it together. There you go. Wow.
Yarp.
That's the type of game we're playing.
Me, Goma? I don't know that one. I don't know Goma.
Me, Goma, Pow. if they did a Asian Chinese rendition of Andy Griffith, Me, Goma, Pow.
I'm so glad I
Was Gomer
don't
Pyle
have
on
to
Andy
deal with
Is that what he's
super
from?
crazy
Yeah, in the gas
people anymore.
Yeah, he came out and had to pump the gas, remember? Now, Goma, I told you.
Doo-ba-doo-doo. Boo-ba-doo-doo-doo. So that we were gonna do a John Williams trilogy when I was in 8th grade in band, and nobody could get it right, so we couldn't do it. I was so mad.
John Williams.
The guy who made that music, and he made the Jurassic Park music and Star Wars as well, I believe.
That's you.
So I was super pumped, and we never got to do it because nobody could figure it out. And then we were gonna do the Pink Panther. People couldn't figure it out. We were gonna do the Simpsons theme. People couldn't figure it out, and it always irritates. Like I'm sorry for being this way, but when I get something and an entire group of other people don't get it, it really irritates me.
Right.
Like how are you?
Why don't
It's
you guys
da-doom,
see
da-doom.
it?
Like that's literally it. You go da-doom, da-doom. That's it. That's all you gotta do. He tells you the notes. The band guy tells you the notes to play and how to play them. Like, I don't get it. But I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. And it was always the songs I wanted to play, too. Like, damn it.
Oh.
Why?
I'm sorry, Dylan. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Poor me. Poor me. Mission Impossible was another one we never got to do. But they did Daru on the bong sticks, those things that
Yeah.
those little stick things. They did that. They can handle that. As a like with the group bong sticks or whatever they're called. Like the whole drum line did it. But we couldn't figure out how to play goddamn Pink Panther. Like, come on. I think people sabotaged it because that was a big thing at my school. People just weren't into doing things. Like they weren't into being like. If I liked something, nobody else liked it. I know it's a bad way to look at it, but that's how it seemed. Like, if I was interested in something, everyone else is like, that's lame. And so, like, it would all get sabotaged. I know that part's true, the sabotage part, because people sabotage. I sabotage shit when I was in school. All the time. Like, I had to take this, I was in all the ag classes. I might have told this on stream before, I can't remember. But, I was in all the ag classes because I enjoyed them and I liked the teacher. But then, what was I talking about?
Pink Panther?
Oh, they,
No!
wow. They made you, if you took too many ag classes, you had to take the ag test, the VOAG test, to place you in a VOAG profession. It's like, I don't plan on being in the agricultural field. I just enjoy the classes, the food sciences and and learning how to do this. I want to know how to weld. Like is basically where I was at. I was like, I want to know how to do this shit.
Skills, but
I don't want
obviously
to
do it all day.
use them. And like
I
so they
wish
make
I
you
knew
take
how to
this
weld.
VOAG test, and so I sabotaged it because if you placed, then they made you take a bunch of crazy like you had to take like courses based on it, and it's like, dude, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to get my diploma and move on and just know how to weld and shit. And like they got mad because I did the zigzag pattern on the multiple choice. I didn't mask it good enough, but I did the zigzag pattern, and they called me and they're like, why'd you do this? And I'm like, because I told you I don't want to take this test. It's not required to graduate. I don't want to take it. I know what I want to do with my life, and it has nothing to do with ag. And then I got in big trouble, and they suspended me for a little bit. You shouldn't do that, schools. Like,
no, absolutely not.
We need to figure out how to teach people how to, enter the workforce and stuff. That should be kind of what school's about. History and stuff's cool, but like at the end of the day, if you're 18 and you don't go to college, what are you gonna do? Like, balance a checkbook? And people always talk shit about that too. Like, they never taught me how to do this. Bro, I took 3 classes in high school that showed you how to balance a fucking checkbook.
Dude, I wish
we didn't
I had
even
a
use
class
checks.
that taught me how to actually do a resume, but not just like show me, like a 3-4 week class that met every day, like in a school setting, and you go through different scenarios, and you're just building resumes. You understand each part of the resume. You understand how to land an interview. Like, that's a class that I wish was offered in my high school.
We had a class that did that, like our accounting and personal finance classes. We had like portions of the year that were devoted to that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then there was a couple teachers that were really cool, and they knew what was up. And they like teachers that had nothing to do with these classes or anything or these subjects, but they're like, you need to know this. So they would teach it to us. We had some good teachers in my school, not gonna lie. Like, people talk a lot of trash about where I grew up, but it's like, y'all don't even actually know what the world is if you think we had it bad.
I moved too much to really say who my good teachers were and who my bad teachers were.
Well, I just know that literally 100% of the population of my high school gives super props to one of our literature teachers, who was a good teacher. I'm not saying he wasn't. But it's like, you can't do that. You can't say that and then say that we went to a bad school. Like, you can't say that one of the most important classes was taught by one of the best teachers. We also had a really good history and that kind of stuff teacher. We had like 2 or 3 of those good teachers, and then we had some really, like, some okay math teachers. Probably not the best in the world, but it's like, I don't know what you expect. How do you know what you don't know? Like, how do you know that you had it that bad if you don't know the stuff? If you don't know trigonometry, how do you know you were taught trigonometry wrong? I don't know. This is one of those things. Like, I hate when people, like, talk crap about geographical locations. Like, I hate Iowa. It's like, why? There's lots of beautiful stuff here. Like, there's beautiful places to go, and there's nice people. There's shitty people, too, but also really nice people. Maybe we should try to focus on the top.
I've experienced basically all of Iowa. It sucks, but I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like Keokuk.
Yeah, I don't like Keokuk.
Ooh.
Missouri is really cool too. I don't know much about their, like, I haven't lived much of my adult life in Missouri, but I grew up there, and it was always like, yeah, I had to deal with my like sappy teenager stuff where the whole world's against me, kind of like I am now, but like, my little emo phase or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, once I grew up, I realized, it really wasn't that bad. For the most part, people just leave you alone. It's just high schoolers or shitty people. That's really all it is. Also, I have to point out, since I'm talking about school and high schoolers and people talking crap about geographical locations, I think it's funny that sorry. I think it's funny that I have some people on my Facebook that I went to high school with, that used to give me so much shit when I was in school. Like they used to make fun of me and stuff, and now they're the ones preaching about unity and bullying and stuff.
Right.
And it's like, y'all realize you made me literally like want to kill myself, and now you're talking about how bullying is wrong and shit. Like you're
Because they
not
got
wrong.
kids now.
Yeah, exactly. And their kids probably get the shit bullied out of them.
Right.
But yeah, I wanted to throw that out there because a lot of the ones that are all posting all this, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do, they're the ones who did that. Like I was saying last night, I feel like it's okay for me to judge on this because I admit that I'm a hypocrite.
I want to move on.
Yeah, we need to.
We'll change the topic to something more bubbly too.
Yeah.
We're throwing a lot of hate out there.
Let them have it.
It's changing the aura of our Gabe.
It's a good one.
We can't afford for you to go back down to silver.
I'm gonna turn this heater off.
This coffee's too hot. I've been giving a lot of thought to what I want, like, to do with my first animation film.
Yeah?
Yeah, do you want to be involved with, like, some music, sound effects, stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need help with all that shit. I'm hoping to get something done by the end of winter. Even if it's just like a 15-second little, just small thing.
What?
That's super lucky. Like I thought about just putting this door in like this open room, like maybe like black with some like lighting, you know, but like some lighting that makes a runway as well, and somebody just like walks out of that door and then down into the abyss, and all it is just a door. But like trying to get an ominous feel to it with music and shit.
Sure.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed I never heard anything back from my voice work.
On the character, I'm a little disappointed as well.
Cause, well, one person that I did it for was super cool, and he's like, "Yeah, this is good. This will work." But then I never heard nothing. And then the other person that I was gonna do it for was kind of pretending they were a little bit bigger than they were, and so they gave me all this direction and stuff. But then they never gave me feedback on the stuff I'd send them, like period.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hey, I sent that to you," and she'd be like, "Yeah, I got it." Like, okay, is it what you want? Like, is it gonna work for you? And then nothing. I'm thinking the whole acting a little bit bigger than you like taking a little bit more than you can chew. I think I kind of get that, but what I don't get, vice versa, that's not what I meant to say. I don't get that part, but I get the not hearing back thing, because what probably happened is they had a project idea and then they just never finished the project. It came close, so they just kind of let it go. I've done that before. I've had collabs with musicians and stuff, and I just let it go if it's not quite what I want, or if I'm never gonna finish it.
That's why I went out and bought like the graphics tablet and the course on how to run the program, so that way my project just doesn't die.
Yeah.
Okay, if I got money, if I got skin in the game, I might stay in the game.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem. I got a lot of skin in the game. And now I'm like, oh, we need to start collecting some more skin here.
Oh boy. Sell. Un momento.
Oh, your vehicle warranty is expired.
Should we bring this guy into the stream?
Yeah, dude.
Let's try it. Oh, come on. Oh, I hung up accidentally trying to get my damn smartphones. I never know what to do when you're actually on the phone and then the screen goes dark. Do you press the button that brings the screen up? Because that normally kills it. Or do you tap it a bunch of times and hope for the best? Shake it a couple
On
times.
mine, I wave my hand in front of the front-facing camera. And that usually does it. Or just take it away from my face, it usually actually does it. But if it doesn't, then I'll wave my hand in front of it. And then if that don't work, I guess we're just both shit out of luck, because I'm not gonna... If I gotta do that many things in a phone call, it ain't worth it to me anymore. Like,
Nice shot.
like how about you just give me the pertinent information, and then I'll handle it on my own accord. I don't want to do an automated system just to...
You got a Honda Accord?
No.
So you're going to have to do it on someone else's Accord?
Yeah, we scrapped the Accord.
There we go. Oh. Thought they were going to go right over him in the goal. My plan.
I've been doing really good, speaking of phone calls, of not getting myself trapped into loops of telemarketing calls, so that's really cool. I don't get any, like, at all.
That's the first one I had in a while. Oops.
Oops.
Oopsie poopsies.
Oops.
That was close. I hurt my ego that I missed.
Ego, no ego.
Oh no.
$30 seconds, we got it. It's in the gap.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Nice power shot. I thought it was going to work for us. Oh, damn it. That was a good game, though, nonetheless.
That was a good one. It's alright.
Ancient fishy.
Ancient fishy.
Ooh. I wish I had the money for that. The imported body. It kind of sucks that I ordered my Amazon Alexa Echo Flexes like 2 weeks after I ordered my Echo Dot, and I'm still not going to get my Echo Dot until the end of December. But I'm getting my Flexes today.
Oh yeah, I meant to tag you in it, but I didn't. But I saw a thing that was Amazon allegedly, I'm not sure if it's real, but I'm pretty sure it was like an Amazon ad, but they have the little drone that flies around your house. Like, it's got a little dock that it sits in, but it flies around your house, like if the Ring camera picks something up.
That's...
Then it'll fly to the door.
Okay.
Shit like that.
Okay. I'm gonna...
So I was gonna be like, where
tag
you
my
at?
dag in that. I'm gonna tag my dag.
Tag my day.
Tag my dad in that.
Yeah,
His setup's
drone
dope.
aficionado.
No,
Or,
home automation
Alexa.
aficionado.
Gotcha.
He's got every light, every plug, his water pump. He's got Home Assistant on a NAS drive, so it doesn't even have to use Wi-Fi. but his Wi-Fi goes down. He's still got his own little mini network that it all runs on, which is pretty good. And with that, he has a 3D rendition of his home that tells you when things go on and off. So like if somebody turns the kitchen light on, the kitchen light will appear in that 3D model. So if you're sitting out in the computer room watching it, smoking a cigarette, you can basically map where everybody is. So if he had one of those drone things, it would just top it off. Like he didn't even know about the Flexes. I think he bought a couple of those.
What's the Flex again?
It's basically like a plug-in box, about the size of a Glade plug-in air freshener.
Oh, like a clapper.
Little 1 inch by 2.5 inch, plug box, something like that, and does everything an Echo device does. But it's $10 instead of 30.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna repass that. Oops, no, I'm gonna repass anything.
Come on, come on.
Oh wow. Wow.
Wow. Why do they do the same Christmas memes every year? Like I'm not saying that you can't do Christmas memes or anything. I'm just saying, like, why don't we do new ones? Like, it's just the same ones every year. Like the same reused things.
I don't even know if I've started seeing Christmas memes yet.
I have. But I don't know, it's just a thought I had. It's like, there's got to be a Christmas meme community out there, right? There's every other kind of community, so.
But they can't meet because it's COVID, so they're all just recycling last year's.
And no chat rooms over 10 people.
They're all on Zoom with masks. They're like, thank you for coming to the meme committee. Christmas meme committee.
I don't know. I don't really care. Observations.
I also hear last year's memes are in. That's what Vogue says.
You don't want to get me started on Vogue. Or Vanity Fair.
They screw up your address again? Are you missing a copy?
No. Okay, you got me into it. I don't like that they make not news seem like news. Like they're like
Yeah.
this is really important stuff. It's like, but it's really not. That's awesome,
Not at
but
all.
or whatever. But there are things that you maybe should be paid. I feel like being distracted. That's just me. That's just my opinion. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Got him.
It's like you got stuck stretching. Help! Help! I can't move. Joke's over.
That's a real thing, though. Usually, once a year, I go through about a couple weeks of severe hip and back pain.
I would freak out.
Last year it was rough because I was a delivery man at the same time, so it's like, man.
Nice shot. Come on. That was actually as fast as I've ever gone.
Yeah. I love when you get those and you're like, whoa!
Like I experienced the G-forces in my own body. Nice save.
Did you know
I didn't.
that the Soviet Union, when they were testing their supersonic jet fighter, they were testing its ejection mechanism.
Yes.
They used a live bear to do the test. So they were flying the
Really?
supersonic jet, and they put a live bear in the cockpit, and yeah, they ejected that bitch. They went and got him, and he was fine. Well, probably not fine, but he was alive. That was crazy stuff.
That's interesting.
Something I learned. Yeah.
They just close the top, and it's just.
Well, they had him like, it was a little messed up. I felt kind of bad when I saw it, but like they had him like strapped in there, like he did not move. Like his
Right.
head was like strapped to the thing, his mouth was muzzled, like
Hannibal lectured him.
yeah, which like, man, imagine that being you, because bears are intelligent.
Probably had him on
Like,
a
they're-
shit ton of drugs to calm him down.
maybe tranks.
Because I mean, how
ketamine.
else you gonna get him in the cockpit?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. The Soviets were nuts, dude. Like there was some crazy experiments going on that like people know about, but they don't really ever. It's not like part of history where people talk about this, but like there was some crazy stuff going on.
One of the generals, right after the ban of Coca-Cola, he paid off Coca-Cola to make a crystal clear version of Coca-Cola so he could still drink it, make it look like he's still drinking vodka, because it was common practice for an officer to drink vodka all day. So seeing an officer with a glass of vodka was no problem.
Interesting. I like hitting those late flicks. I feel like it's like the finesse move. Like you jump up and then like,
Yeah, if you can just time it right. Oh, nice.
well, that okay.
That was really
I'm gonna
close.
talk about it.
That would have been my late flick right there. Oh, buddy. Oh! Oh! That's my Will Smith. Oh!
Yeah. It sounds like In Excess. That one song. Y'all unbelievable. Oh!
Oh, yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that I really enjoy that song or the fact that I know who made it.
I didn't know who made it until you said the song.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think anybody's ever heard of In Excess, but they've got some tunes.
I remember seeing the album cover.
Did you ever watch the show Rockstar In Excess? Where they were trying to find a singer?
I don't think so.
And Jason Newsted from Metallica was their bass player?
I don't think so.
Like, because it was right around the time that he quit.
I didn't really follow bands back in the day. It's difficult.
Well, it was on like ABC Family is the only reason I watched. Like, it was on basic cable. So I was like, oh, cool, a show where there's rock stars and they like aren't just singing the same sad piano music over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Nothing against sad piano music, but there's more to being an American Idol than being able to sing over a piano that's sad. I believe.
Oops.
Versatility.
Serving.
But also, I do know that the producers of those shows generally are like the ones that pick the music, which I think is also stupid. Like we should have a show where we judge the judges. You know what I mean? Like have like a panel of 3 randos who have Paula Abdul go up on stage and try to sing, and then they just rip her to shreds.
And then you had network-owned record labels where when you get like those old 90s shows and shit, like you can only be on that show as a live band in that bar in that scene if you're part of the record label. Like,
Yeah.
those are the only people promoted by the show. So, but I mean, that's good promotion. I mean, a couple bands got a good start that way.
Yeah.
But nah.
Have you ever seen the video clip of Drake Bell correcting the crowd?
I don't think so.
He went on to do music, like that's what he does now, like he's a touring musician or whatever. But like he was playing the Drake and Josh song at a show and the people didn't sing it right, so he stopped. He was like, "No, what I said was," it's this whole thing. I thought it was fun.
I'll have to check that one out because that'd be interesting. Some stopping the whole.
That
shit.
one I wouldn't mind. Like if it was me and somebody was singing my song and they sang it wrong, I'm cool with that. Like I'm fine with it because you're singing my song. You care about it.
I wouldn't stop the song altogether though. I'd just keep the bass line rolling, and then be like, "All right, guys, listen up though. Y'all are freaking dumb, and I'm gonna prove it to you. These are the real lyrics. Listen up."
The good ones are like in the early, kind of mid-early, like 2005, like right around there when people started doing the be on your phone during a whole concert thing, and like bands flipping out on people in the audience. I love that one because I do feel that one. Like I know that you paid the money to get in, so it's like it's your choice what you do within the realm of the law or whatever at the show. But at the same time, like this is someone's job. Yeah, this is someone's job they're doing. They're not just playing. Like
Oopsies.
the Disturbed one, the one where the dude from Disturbed flipped out, he went a little bit overboard, I think. But like I get it though. I had that same kind of issue like when we would play our little shows. I might have mentioned this on stream before, but Deadward had a show one time. A bunch of times this happened, but this is a good example. And like everyone was there for every other band. They're standing right up front, up close. And then my band goes on, and we weren't bad, and I know that we weren't bad. And we had like our friends and stuff up in the front row, and then there was like a group of like 20 people in the back playing cards, and the lights were on. Like they turned the lights on so they could play cards.
That's crazy though.
And it's like, bro, like we came here to give our piece of ourselves. Like that's what people who don't like mess with art, I guess, probably don't realize. Like no matter how simple it is, like even if it's not that great, or if the artist themselves is like, I didn't put much into this, like they did put something into it.
Yeah,
like
they gave it
that's
a piece of them.
You. Yeah, my soul.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that kind of stuff always kind of triggered me. It's real discouraging, especially when you're first starting out, like, because you're like, you really are going for it. You know, you got that hunger. And it's like, nobody cares how hungry you are, dude. And then you complain about it, and people yell at you. And it's like, well, man, I don't know how to win. I don't know how. Nobody's taught me. There's not like a handbook on how to get people to listen to your music.
Exactly.
You can watch every webinar in the world and they just tell you to do the same shit you're already doing. That's pretty much all it is. Heads up for anybody getting started in music, don't pay for a webinar. Because they're just going to tell you this. Keep making music. Stick to what you're good at.
Yourself.
Yeah, like it's just going to be the
time.
same garbage and you're going to pay $29.99. I never did this. I just caught glimpses of webinars. Like I'd look them up just to see what was going on, and that's what they all are. Bunch of garbage.
Get it, son.
What I would like, there was, who was it? There's some big producer, and he did a podcast, and on his podcast he explained things that like are good to know, like about the industry, like who to look for, like to get out there, like if you're in public, who to look for to get your music to, and like how to present it to them without looking like a crazy person, like things like that. That's stuff people need to know. But no, they want to tell you this like for like bullshit, and like being a SoundCloud rapper basically is what they teach you how to do. And it's like, there's a reason people don't like SoundCloud rappers. Well, now the reason is because it's a meme, but the original reason was because they were like, share for share, bro. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want you to share my stuff because I shared your stuff. I want you to share it because you like it and you want people to see it.
That's what humanity needs to do, is just nobody wants to spread the love. Like, if the love gets to them, it just ends there.
Yeah, the buck stops here.
They're like,
I blame social
really
media.
like that, and then they just go on.
Yeah. I've told the story many times of I'm playing guitar and then a friend pulls up a YouTube video of another guy playing a very similar thing on guitar. It's like, bro, you're in the room with me. Like, don't you like live music? If not, that's fine, because I know some people don't like live music. I know that's a thing, but I don't know why they don't like it, but I do know it's a thing. It's something about that collective conscience, like collective consciousness, where like it's like a bunch of people like this, so it must be good, type of thing. Walmart. Go to Walmart, get you something. Let's get shopping.
Hello.
Walmart. Where'd you take it?
Out back. We got a bucket.
Ooh.
Sometimes I spill the bucket.
Sometimes I kick the bucket. That was a good conversation. I wish there would have been people. Monster was I was on a phone call with him when old bad neighbor, before the new bad neighbor came in. And like, when I sat outside and waited for him to get done and all that stuff, it was just really good because I confronted him about stealing my trash can and he denied it so hard. Everything else he didn't deny. I'm like, why would you fight this one? I'm not even mad about it. I'm just telling you that you stole my trash can. He's like, no, I didn't. Like, dude. He's like, which one? I'm like, the one that wasn't yours. Like, the one you didn't pay for. What do you mean? And I'd already given up. I bought 2 different trash cans. So like, I don't care that much. That's another thing I had to explain to him. It's like, I don't care enough to come confront you most of the time, but now I do. So just hear me out. I don't know. People are silly.
In most ways, yes.
I always say I love persons, but I hate people.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
That was the best thing ever. I tried so hard to control it at the end. I'm glad we were able to get that save.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Sometimes I get lost in the ball there. Okay.
Okay. This is how the game's going. We just sit and defend the whole freaking game. Make that shot.
I had a
be
guy
the only
I was playing
scoring
with.
points.
I had this guy I was playing with, and he did not grasp the idea of defense or when to go for the ball, like who serves basically.
Yeah.
And I would tell him, you got it, you go for the ball because I'm in this position to defend properly, and you're not. Basically, I didn't say that obviously.
Yeah, but it's implied.
And then I wouldn't go, and he wouldn't go either, and he's like, go on the ball, and I'm like, dude. I didn't need to use a whole text chat. I literally quick chatted you, take the shot.
Yeah.
Like, if you know the chat's there, let's use it, bruh. We could be a really good team. And that's the same guy I told you about. We got stuck in the casual lobby and we just played ones against each other. Like, he wasn't bad at the game. He was just, like, not observant, I guess, or something. Well, he wasn't bad at attacking.
They're good at driving, but not good at soccer.
Yeah.
There's
then
those
he
people that just
also-
focus on the driving and the hitting the ball, and that's how they get their
And that's like
points.
another reason why I like gold a little bit better, because you can do intentional bumps on it, and your teammate doesn't flip out. Like, he flipped out on me a couple times because I bumped him on purpose. He's like, "Why you bump?" And then he bumps me back. I was like, "Dude, like, I'm trying to help you,
Strategic.
motherfucker." Yeah,
Yeah.
part of the
Trying to help you,
game.
motherfucker.
Fucking accusers.
So I programmed this thing in my Alexa where I go, Alexa, code red,
Oh, it's riding on top of that car. Sorry, go on.
and then Alexa says, "Holy chip balls, we're gonna die," and then that's it.
What makes it do that?
And you can just program stuff.
No,
in
I
it.
mean like what?
Oh,
Like what?
all I
causes
say
it to
is
say it?
Alexa code red, and then it just goes, "Holy shit balls, we're gonna die." It won't cuss though, so I have to put CHIT. I have to say chit.
That's dumb. I paid for it. I should be able to make it cuss in my own house.
I think you can with other apps and stuff, third party shit.
Jailbreak it.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to do that.
And then it's always just like,
Like I feel like I'm violating Alexa at that point.
yeah, put a
Like
finger
she
in
said,
there.
no. I should
Napa
respect for that.
thing.
Napa know how.
That'll be the discussion in 2021. Can Alexa give consent?
Oh. Jexy. You seen that movie, right?
No. I think you told me about it. Oh, yeah, I did, but I don't remember any of it. That's the one with Adam DeMamp in it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I don't
Basically,
remember any of it.
new version of Siri called Jexy. They have sex by plugging in the cord and unplugging it back and forth.
Have you ever watched Existence? Have I told you about that one?
I don't think so.
With Jude
sure I've heard
Law
about it either.
and who's the girl that's in it? Is it Jennifer Garner? I don't remember who it is, but Janine Garofalo, I think, is who it is. But
I'm with her.
she's the inventor of this video game, or so you think. Like, it's one of those Inception type where you don't know when reality is, where you are in the movie. But she invents this biological video game that people plug into their spines. And, like, it's this whole organic, like, they grow them on a farm, and it's got bones and, like, organs in it. And if it goes bad, you have to buy new organs for it.
Huh.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Is it
It's really
called
cool.
Existence or
It's Existence, but with a Z instead of a C. Existence.
what platform will this be on?
I don't remember anymore. I think I watched it on Netflix, but that was years ago. They put Clockwork Orange back on Netflix. If you've not seen that, you have to see it before it gets banned for existing. Because it is just, wow. If you've read the book, I also recommend you read the book. I never finished the book, but I started it, and
I don't remember the movie, and I have not read the book. And I have Amazon or Netflix for 2 more days.
yeah, I would give that a shot. It's a 2-hour movie, so I mean, you have to schedule some time for it, but
Work.
it's worth it.
I'll do a watch it at work tonight.
There you go. It's got Malcolm McDowell as the lead character, but it's from the 70s. He's like a kid. It's where, like, the term ultra-violence comes from.
Ultra violence.
Yeah. And, like, words like that, like ultra-violence
Oh,
and
dude.
the red groovy and stuff like that. My droogs, my little droogies. He's like a wayward child who has his own gang. I think in the book he's supposed to be 14, but I think in the movie they make him 16. I guess that's better. I don't know. But they do a lot of bad stuff. There's like a scene I can't remember if there's two scenes or one scene, but where they do what they call a bit of the good old in out is what they call it. So I'll just leave it at that and let you use your imagination.
So it's rated R.
It probably shouldn't be. It should probably be rated like unrated or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is rated.
NC-17.
Yeah, it's rough. Especially when you factor into the account that it's supposed to be a teenager doing this stuff. Like, that's what makes it a little bit crazier. He's obsessed with Beethoven, too, which just adds to it even more.
Yeah, I remember watching it, but I was young for some reason. I shouldn't have been watching this movie. But my dad had some movies that I'd just watch them.
Well, this one's got a cool cover.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
scene, I'll describe one scene. There was you know that the one classical piece that goes dun 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 dun. They always use it like in a fancy setting. But like
I think so.
that music's playing, and he's got a big phallic statue. Like, not it looks phallic, it is phallic. Like, that's what it is. And he like bludgeons this girl to death with it while that music's playing. Or he does the singing in the rain scene. That one's brutal. He does some in out, and assaults a man while singing that song. It's intense. And then, fine, I'm just gonna do it. So then he ends up moving because he goes to prison, right? But it ain't normal prison. It's his wayward people prison. And so he goes to this prison, and they brainwash him into not being bad no more. And they do that by doing a number of things. I'm not going to explain any of that because that's where the fun of the movie is. But so once he gets out, he's got nowhere to go because his mom don't want him there no more because he is fucked. He is just not okay in the head, and she knows it now. And so he goes to move in with this high up person, and the high up person is the person that he beat the shit out of and outed his wife while singing the song. He has to live with them, and then like it's so messed up, and they ruin at the prison they ruin Beethoven for him, is one of the things they do, and the guy loves Beethoven too. So it's like, oh man, I wish I could explain the whole 2 hours of the movie.
I'll just watch it.
It's so good. Yeah, you need to watch it.
Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saw that they put it back on because they took it off and then they put it back on. I saw it last night and I was like, yes. That, Cuckoo's Nest, and like, I don't know.
I love
Those are like,
Cuckoo's Nest. That's one of my favorites.
those are like top three. Those two are in my top three. Cuckoo's Nest might be number one for me of favorite movies of all time.
Where is my E?
What's the title? I couldn't
I left
hear
all mine
when
in the
you said it.
office. I don't feel like going back there.
You got it. You got it. This is weird. I need cigarettes.
How bizarre. How bizarre.
Ooh, baby.
Blue fire.
They fucking can't stop me.
Trying to think of something else crazy to talk about because Clockwork Orange sort of takes the cake. So I'm trying to think of something better, even better.
Yeah, I might have to check it out, man.
Have you ever seen Eyes Wide Shut?
I don't know.
I believe that's still on Netflix, or it's on one of them. It's Tom Cruise and what's the girl's name that's in that? It's Stanley Kubrick's last movie where he like quote unquote exposes the Illuminati parties that happen where there's like crazy blood orgies and stuff. It's a good one. I can't say blood orgies. I don't think they do that in that movie, but they give you the idea of any of those crazy parties that rich people have you've ever heard about. They like go into that. It's pretty nuts. There's also a new trend I've noticed on TikTok. I know I talk a lot of shit, but I still go on there when I poop because it fits.
You're talking about the dogs again?
The dogs?
Or another one?
No, there's this one where this girl's like, "What's the craziest rich person thing you've ever experienced in real life?" And people tell like these stories that may or may not be true. There's no I can verify, but some pretty interesting stuff. Where when I hear it, I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds like something crazy rich people would do." Like hiring an escort to throw deli meat on her and see which ones stick. like yeah, that sounds about right. That doesn't sound so crazy. I don't believe it. So.
So I'd get paid to do that.
I don't know. Depending on which deli meat they use, it's gotta be kosher.
Like, no pastrami. Like you can throw anything at me but pastrami. I
Hate
have
it.
a bad experience.
Or pimento loaf.
Right.
Braunschweiger.
Last time I did that, I had Braunschweiger in my ears.
So I liked Braunschweiger for a little while until I realized what it was, and then the taste caught up with me. And I like wanted to gag as soon as I like did the math in my head while I was eating the sandwich. I was like, "Yeah, get it out!" All of it. The one from last week too. That's some gross stuff. I mean, I don't know what all's in it, but I know that it's got like liver and stuff in it. Ugh. Once I realized that's what the aftertaste was.
Ooh,
Baby.
making me crazy. Sorry. Wait, no. Get out of there. Ooh, chicken
Have
tenders.
it. Sounds good. Some
Oh, there's a gummy bear on the floor that I should probably throw away.
I thought you were gonna say eat.
Thought about it, but it was a red. If it was a green, I wouldn't waste it. I mean, how dirty can a gummy bear get? Add a little water, you get off the first layer, you're good to go.
Depends on if it's secondhand or not.
Yeah, you're right.
Mythbusters busted it.
Now I need to get my ass up, try to find my little e-cig real quick.
Yeah, I'll do that too, because I got too much coffee in me to not have any death sticks. My gars are in the car. Cars in Goodwill.
Also, want to get me some tea, because I think I need something from my whistle. It seems to be dry, it needs to be wet. My whistle?
Wet.
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 Who? Hot. When? Where? Wet?
Oh, I'm
Where
just
the
a
hell is this
bill.
thing? I'm a little upset.
I'm only a bill.
Okay.
Oh, another like kind of development for anyone who's listening. So I'm working on getting a streaming server set up on the wastelandmediagroup.com website. So that way I can, anytime we stream, regardless of the platform, the website will pick it up and play it live on the website. So that way, instead of saying, "Hey, go to this YouTube channel," no, just type in wastelandmediagroup.com and it's the first thing you see. That's kind of where I want to get to.
Yeah, because
Still haven't quite
technically,
figured it out yet.
I mean, technically, the Inflatable Hippo channel is part of Wasteland Media Group, in a sense.
Yeah, I still need to do the affiliated creators page. I haven't done that yet, but
Oh, found it! Found it! We're ready! We're ready! We're ready!
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I remember when the first SpongeBob episode came on TV. Of course, I'm ready. I remember that I have a sense memory of it. Like, it's the craziest thing. It's one of the earliest memories I can remember. And sitting in the trailer at the trailer court, and I remember how the sun was coming through the blinds, and it was kind of smoky in there because my mom smoked cigarettes at the time. I think she still does. But yeah, and then it came on, and it was the one with where we meet Sandy or whatever. Crazy.
Was that the first episode?
Yep. Well, it's the first one that they put on TV, at least, because I remember it was like a big thing. They had all the commercials, and I was like, I want to watch that. And then it was going to come on, and it came on. I don't think it's the episode. What?
It was just like, it came on, it was on, and I watched it.
Was it, who said that? We came, we saw, we conquered.
No. Nice tree.
You fell in love when I said, fuck your mom. The only Scars on Broadway song that matters. Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm glad I got out of the way quick enough.
That's my signature shot right there. Yeah, kinda.
You look like a woman's high heel. Like, that's your shit. That's your car.
But with a hot dog and a bottle.
Like, if somebody was wearing Oscar Mayer brand high heels, that'd be, that'd be you, bro.
See, I told you, I'm a gold player.
You got wieners on your
I
feet.
belong in gold.
The whole dynamic of playing is different, I'm telling you. Like, once you get into, like, high golds, too, you start getting some really serious players as well. Oh, that could work.
Oh, if I would have angled it a little bit better.
I'm out for boost. Oops. Guessed wrong.
Have you ever heard of anyone putting black pepper in their coffee?
No.
Me
I've
neither.
heard of people putting, chicory, or,
Tahini?
no, it starts with chick. I think it's chicory, or, I don't know. Raisins, I've heard of that too.
I haven't heard raisins, but I can see that. Well, I only ask about black pepper because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it wouldn't be bad.
Try it.
I'm not gonna do it right now. Well, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it after this match. I'll try it because I got some good black pepper corns that I think would actually go really good.
You never know. It could
At
be
least
the
have
greatest
it
thing
like
ever.
on top for the smell, just for the sense of it.
Oh. Really didn't know what to do about myself there.
Gabby?
Clapped by
Spider-Man.
Gabby.
That is one reason I wish I could get a PS5, because I would like to play Spider-Man on it. Just check it
The new Spider-Man is a completely new game.
out. Well,
Or is
there's,
better?
I'm not sure if the Miles Morales one is a new game or if it's an add-on for it, but I know they also, I mean, they remastered the last Marvel Spider-Man game.
Dude, no.
And I thought that was a really cool game, to be honest.
They said I watched the tallest buildings to fall off of top 10, and like that was number 10 was Spider-Man, and you go to the top of the World Single
Yeah,
Trade
it's
Center.
super dope because you when you jump off, like the animations are they're on point, like for when you're doing that, and then you can do web slinging tricks, like you can do backflips and like
See,
things like that.
that should be easy to make that game VR. Just have the controller set up, and then you just always first-person view it. Just make it bitch 3D.
Yeah. Well, like when when you jump off a really tall building or whatever, you pick up velocity and like they animate it to make you feel like you're picking a, like you're gaining speed, like the wind starts to be white and stuff, like they do.
Right, right.
And the controller starts shaking and you start moving real fast. And if you do one of your special moves, it's like extra destructive when you jump off a super tall building. Kind of like in Infamous, you get that one move.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what
Yeah,
you're
it's
talking
kind of
about.
like that.
That was a good
I
game.
thought that game was really cool. Spider-Man. Infamous was cool too. Talking about Spider-Man right now.
Dude, I played the shit out of Spider-Man thanks to you.
The Marvel
Yeah.
one, the new one.
I'll just be sitting
It's
in
like-
that room all day playing fucking
It is fun.
Spider-Man because nobody else is getting sales.
Well, I started like that was one of the first games, not one of the first games. That was one of the games where I like, instead of playing it, I Far Cried it. Like I grinded the whole game. I just unlocked everything and traveled the whole city and all that stuff before I did any of the missions. Because it's fun. It's just fun to swing around in
Yeah,
New York.
that's the brilliance of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I remember back
And
in
it
the
did
old
have that
PS2
nostalgia.
days, Spider-Man had the little mini games where you could like bowl, but with yourself. So you got to try to web swing into the bowling pins.
That's cool. I remember the Activision ones on PS1. Those were really cool. That's kind of the nostalgia that the new one brings me. Is like the same game, but like way better. I also, speaking of games that are like way better, I remember when I don't know if they still make the NFL 2K games, but they used to. And 2K1, I think, no, 2K11 came out, and I was like, man, it looks real. And it's like PS2, like early PS2, like
Right.
type of graphics.
Dude, I remember when PS3 first came out, it was introduced the Blu-ray and the HD and all that, and it was just like, oh, these games are incredible. And then they gave you that mild 3D effect sometimes if you had those 3D glasses on your TV.
And PS3 was cool. PlayStation's always been cool, as far as I'm concerned. Grew up on like Super Nintendo and then PlayStation.
Yep.
I had a Sega Genesis too, and like the game I always played was that 7-Up game where you play as the 7-Up dot.
I don't remember that game on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah. That and Beavis and Butthead, of course.
I did have a Sega handheld as well. That was awesome. Played Sonic everywhere I went.
That's cool.
Fucking
The
6 AA
Game Boy
batteries,
Color.
3 on each side.
Ew.
Yes, sir.
That's cray-cray.
Did you ever get a Dreamcast?
No, I
Were you
never
ever
had
one of those
Dreamcast.
guys? Oh, the Dreamcast was state of the art.
I was too little.
It
By
was
the
way ahead of
time
its time.
I was ready to do stuff like that, PS2 was coming out. So like
Oh, true.
I didn't really concern myself with it.
Like I remember when Game Boy Color first hit the market, and that was where I went. Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that was mine.
Color.
Pokemon
Well, I guess
Blue
Game Boy Advance
all day
they had
long.
wide version as well. I got that one. Played Pitfall on that. That was a good game. Dun, 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 dun.
Boo boo doo doo boo doo. What's that one?
Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm glad I did it right. So I was like,
You
wait,
didn't-
is it?
You were really, really, really close, but I still feel like it wasn't off. But I can't necessarily say what was wrong. But it was just.
It
as
was
good
like
as
a
it
mix
gets.
between
Yeah.
Next Generation and Cheers. Making your
Space.
way in the final frontier.
Space, the only place where everyone knows your name. Oh, that's good. I could see it. Ted Danson is green with giant, like, wrinkles in his forehead. Oh, boy.
Do 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 do.
I want to get a giant Zoom call together with like 9 or 10 people and just all play the penis game.
So,
We're just in our own homes. We're the only person in our home yelling penis.
the only people who live in apartments.
I wonder
'Cause
how many
otherwise I'll
people would
win.
fake it and just like say penis, but like do the over dramatic facial expressions like they're screaming. Just, penis!
Taking a break from all your worries. It would help a lot. Wouldn't you
Wow.
like get away?
At this pace, we're gonna be back down to nothing.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm one with failure now.
Cause you're one with the failure. Ooh, damn it. I don't know how I got shot on goal if the ball only moved 6 inches in the direction I wanted it to.
The same reason why I don't get shots when the ball goes near the entrance of the goal. Like, because Rocket League isn't even quite sure. Or same reason I didn't rank up for 2 straight years, even though we were getting really good.
Right.
There it is.
I
That'll
wonder
do.
how that's gonna look from the other angle. I wonder how much my bump actually helped.
A lot, honestly. Because it got that rotation going that wouldn't have happened.
I would have bumped you a half second sooner though. Nobody would have fucking touched the ball. It would have been bad. Would have been real bad. Real bad.
A little bad thing.
There we go. Sit down.
Be humble. Ah.
Roll that rock, Kelly. Oops.
Yeah,
Move on. No, we're not moving on. We're gonna push forward.
we can do it.
Thought we had
Take a
49 seconds
dive.
left. I got maybe one more match.
Same, I still
After
gotta do
this.
my ritual.
Yeah, I gotta work today.
I gotta
Just
make
gotta
sure I
check
get
my
enough Steve
phone.
Wilkos in before I go to work. Just to know my
I've
life
been
ain't
watching a
that
lot of
bad.
Steve Wilkos highlights. I don't like
Yeah.
whole shows, man. Hey, we're not doing this, me and you.
We're not so different, you and I.
You and I. Cut from the same couteau de quoi, so to speak.
Someone did a deep fake of Joe Rogan onto Dr. Evil. It was really good. Aww.
Brilliant pass. I got your back. I don't.
Oof.
You with me?
Yeah, I didn't expect you to turn.
Oh! I'm glad I whipped it because I was gonna hit it into the goal for him.
Oof.
I'm a whiffer snapper.
Ginger snaps, though. I wish I had some ginger snaps. I haven't had any in a long time.
I don't like ginger.
That's too bad.
So you're not allowed to have ginger snaps because I don't like ginger.
Welcome to 2020, bitch. Don't you know some people
They
are
are
allergic?
red-headed snaps, okay?
How could you be so insensitive? I just wanted a cookie.
What if you... I just want to make regular cookies and put like a fro orange frosting on it, like Carrot Top, and be like, either call them carrot cookies or ginger snaps. That's what I picture in my head.
You know what it is?
Bonkers. Oompa. Oompa.
Giddy up, papa, mow. Were you rapidly hitting buttons hoping the screen would go quicker?
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that I'm not the only one who grew up with systems where that seemed to matter.
I grew up with stupid, like, threatening rituals for my PlayStation 1. Like, if you don't work, I will punch you in the face. And I'd hold my fist at it and watch the TV and reset it a couple times. This was back when you had to do shit like that for video games, for you millennials.
Yo, I kind of miss disc flaps.
Yeah,
Since
right?
we're talking about it.
I like being able to slam it down on the 4th time after cleaning my disc.
And it finally worked.
How
Well,
come
like,
we don't
I
have
like
to clean
the-
discs anymore?
Because people are ultra careful with them.
Oh, I just want to let you know, my dad works at a Sony factory.
Okay.
And so they make, say somebody orders 20,000 copies of the new Madden for their new store, right? They make 25. And then when they place the order and everything, guess what happens to the other 5,000?
You go in the trash.
They get shredded. Like $6 billion worth of video games. Or $6 million worth of video games. Whatever. But a whole, like, Gaylord worth.
That's so wasteful.
Yeah. I thought that was going to bounce off your rear end and go in.
That's so bad. Like, the same thing with the talking about wasteful when they, like, when I worked at Airco, at the end of the night, like, we would purposely make too much chicken so that way you don't have to stock it, you know.
Right.
It's kind of against the health code, but I mean, it's not going to go bad in the extra 20 minutes of sitting there. But, like, at the end of the night, you have a whole tray of chicken tenders and we have to throw them away. It's like, what?
Yep. I'd at least eat one of them while I was throwing them away.
Oh, I'd eat a shit ton of them, but it was less about me and more about, like, we got food pantries and stuff. Why don't we just advertise that at 10 o'clock every night you come in, give us $10, you get a whole tray of, like, expired chicken. Like,
Yeah, something.
I guess it's probably got to be some sort of illegal thing, but at the same time, it solves a problem.
Yeah, we're so wasteful as businesses, food businesses. I tried to be pretty.
Daddy,
I want it now. I want a dead horse.
whoa.
I want it now.
303? That was a band.
Everybody in the 303.
Kids not knowing that Eminem grew up in Missouri.
I know.
Like, kids also not knowing that 8 Mile is not an autobiography. Like, I would like to see an actual Eminem autobiography where they tell the whole story. A lot of people don't know he grew up in, like, St. Louis area.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
until,
moved out
like,
to
4
Detroit,
years.
and then moved to LA, right?
I don't know that much, honestly. I just know that
I thought Detroit was
the only reason I know that is because I looked it up. I was like, I don't think he actually grew up in Detroit. I think he just, that's where he came to be, I think. So I looked it up and was like, yep, you're right, St. Charles. Oh, okay. Missouri boy. Missouri's got some hidden talent. There's some, the Midwest in general has some hidden talent, but it's like, kind of like I was saying earlier, like, how are you gonna talk so much trash? And it's like, everyone you like is from here. Like, obviously something's being done, right? I don't know. I think part of my growing pains is I'm just coming to terms with the fact that most people are just not
good people.
I don't want to say that, but like, yeah.
Never satisfied.
Yeah, or just like, kind of like I've been doing a lot lately, just only seeing the negative and stuff. But it's like at a mass level.
No, I feel
like,
that
I mean,
hardcore though.
Like, I'm that way sometimes when I'm in moods or whatever, but like, for the most part, I try to see the positives and stuff. Like, man, I don't have any money because I just paid all my bills, but I don't have to pay no more bills. Yeah, like.
Oh, you should have got
There's some people that I see that just like, what? I was there almost.
Yeah, you turned back. Why?
I was trying to get the save. I almost saved it.
Oh, that, yeah.
It's like I've had neighbors before, and these people actually, there's some people in this building before they moved out, and it was like every day, it was arguing every single day, you wake up. And it's like, how do you start your day like that?
Yeah, I don't understand. That's when you shouldn't start your day like that. In the beginning.
Yeah,
of your
like,
day.
I get things might not go your way, but even in the morning, I'm like extra careful not to let myself get worked up. Like, that's why I don't, like, I have my little mood disorder things that I deal with, but like, I try extra hard in the morning to not let anything get to me that bad, because that's how your day goes. Like a subconscious thing that happens.
Mine does that. If I mess up my day wrong in the beginning, it takes a couple hours sometimes to bounce out.
Well, my mood will be shot until like an hour or two after I get off of work if I start my day off wrong. I just let things get a little, like, I dwell on it sometimes when I shouldn't. type of stuff. I was close, not close enough. Ricky Rat.
I like that decal he's got on the left.
Your left or mine?
Both.
Yeah, silver 3-3.
All right, let's play one more. If you got
Okay.
time, anyway.
I got plenty of time. I don't go to work till 4.
Okay. I don't want to leave you on silver 3-3 because I'm back down to 2-2, like where we started today.
I should have quit while we were ahead.
Right, should have quit earlier. Play 3 hours and just increase by 1 half tier. That's how we roll.
Yes, sir. The thing is this the only game that I really care. I mean, like, COD Mobile, I'd like to be good at, like in Battle Royale and stuff, but I don't necessarily take those losses to heart that bad. This is the only game where I'm like, man, like I have to win. For some reason, it's super competitive to me.
No, it's the only game that I care about losing and shit. Yeah. And I'm serious about my ranks and whatnot.
Because it's skill, because it's a hard game, I think is part of it. Like, not just everybody can get on here and be good at it. Like on Call of Duty, like someone could just pop it in, and it's like there's already 50,000 other first-person shooter games. So like you probably get the gist of it. This game, you got to start from scratch.
You got to learn an entire field of new things.
Yeah, that and For Honor. I should probably try to get back into For Honor and stream some of that, see how it goes. It'd be horrible. I haven't played it in literally years. I didn't get any kind of victory in that game for probably 9 months after I bought it. Like, any kind of victory. Got to a point where I was like, dude, I'm not even going to play this game no more. And then I got one victory, and I'm like, wait a second. I think I just figured out life. And then I did. I was just mowing fools down.
I remember when I did that with Battlefield, like I couldn't figure out how Battlefield worked in a sense.
It is different than Call of Duty. Like, I hate it when people try to say that they're like the same. They're really not. Like, Call of Duty, you could just get in a game and have a squad, and then your squad just wins, you know, because everybody on the squad is good. But on Battlefield, like, you kind of gotta, most of the game modes, you kind of gotta play as like a team. Less arcadey.
Yeah, like Rocket League. Half the time I gotta make sure my controller is far enough away from the mic, or all you hear is because I make so many minor adjustments 24/7. It's all you hear.
Ooh. Every time I hear a vehicle outside, I want it to be the delivery truck with my shoes. But it's not.
Did you order your shoes, did you?
Yeah.
That was an interesting little bump up.
Bump up.
That was a good one. Don't do that. Makes me do it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh.
I'm Jehovah's Witness.
The only one, the real one.
But he's still not willing to testify. He's loyal to Jehovah.
So Jehovah's another name for Jesus, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. And like a Jehovah's Witness would be someone who's like willing to witness the return of Jehovah.
I don't know. I was always told to avoid those people by my mom. And then I got
Yeah,
mad at
'cause they're
Mormons
false
for a while because
prophets.
I let one of those guys ride my skateboard and he did a kickflip and broke it and then never offered to pay for it. I was like, that's why I'm not gonna be a Mormon, because the Christian thing to do would be to
It would
buy
be
me a new
crusade on your
board.
ass.
Yeah.
Come crusade on your bitch ass. In the name of Jesus.
Right? That's funny. It's very Mormon-like of you.
I wish there was well, not really. I guess the conversation can only go so far before it becomes circular, but there was a show called The Atheist Experience that I always used to watch on YouTube. Well, it was a Texas public access TV show, but they always aired it on YouTube afterwards.
Right.
And it was a guy who used to be a Catholic priest. I think he was a Catholic priest, but he dissented or whatever, you know. And then he would just talk about that, and then people would call in and try to argue with him on stuff, and then he would just kind of lay it out from his perspective, and it was always really good. Like, I like hearing those kind of stories more, like somebody who is that deep into it, and then they're like, and this made me change my mind. I'm like, okay, I see you. That makes me, it, like, adds a certain kind of credibility to at least their opinions and thought process. Like, okay, it's an actual formed opinion, not
Wow,
something told.
dude.
That sucks.
That was an incredible angle to hit.
Damn Jehovah. My name is Hove. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy.
There used to be this rap song, and in it, the song was, oh, come on.
I've never heard that one.
I think it was that Drew Barrymore song. And I want
Drew
more,
Barrymore?
or whatever. You can be my Drew Barrymore, I don't know. Drew Barry and I want more, I don't know. The song wasn't great, but in the song it said, I like the way you shiver, but it's meaning to say shiver, like when you shake, you know, move, I guess. But I always said it like shiver. It's like, I like the way you sit and mourn for 7 days, like, because that's how the song should go.
Right.
You're really good at shiver.
There's a culture clash right now between people who do diets and people who like believe in other healthy lifestyles, and it's just hilarious to me because it kind of ties into what we were talking about how they don't ever, I think it was me and you that were talking about how they don't ever actually look or seem any healthier, like based on these life decisions. And I just think it just cracks me up. Like, you're both just like spinning your tires.
Yeah.
And I'm over here just like, I like candy. Like, oh, dude, unnecessary. It's like if you're that invested into your form of health and you're not a doctor, like, do you need to preach to people, or should you just, like, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm coming to terms with the fact that everybody don't think like me.
I think that's just you're entering another stage of self-awareness.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like,
another,
I'm starting to
1/64th of your brain.
Yeah, that divisioned up.
All right, that's all for me. I gotta pee, go to work, and do some adult things with my life.
Yep. Don't forget to watch Clockwork Orange.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna pull it up on my laptop and shit and see how that goes. But
Get it.
yeah, thanks for watching the stream. If you did,
And if you didn't, then fuck off. No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
then watch later because it'll be back on.
Yeah, watch it a different time. It's fine.
Bye.
Bye.